only one time that I can remember I cried when I was preaching. And I cried because I was telling the story about how my wife and I had been trying to have kids for 4 years and we weren't successful. We were still serving God in the church. We're still paying tithes. We were loving on kids. I was a volunteer youth pastor, but full-time volunteer youth pastor. And we were crying day in and day out. We were praying to God, but nobody knew what we were going through. And it wasn't until I preached that sermon that our church began praying for us. And 2 weeks later, we found out that we were pregnant. The woman with the issue of blood tried to get away with private healing. She tried to get away with not saying publicly what she was going through, but having Jesus fix it. But instead, of course, Jesus feels the power go out from him, and he asks the question, and she has to get on her knees and explain her whole 12-year situation and all the doctors she had been to. She has to explain that publicly, and Jesus said, "Your faith has made you well." There's this weird thing that's happened in the church where we keep secret the things that we're going through, the things that we're dealing with. We cry ourselves to sleep, but we're not open with the other Christians that we go to church with on a Sunday morning. Like we show a version of ourselves on Sunday, and there's a whole different person that is crying, that is in pain, that doesn't know their place, that is depressed, that is dealing with difficulty in their relationship, in their marriage, and with their kids, but they haven't told anybody. The prayer of a righteous man does avail much. But for a righteous man to pray for you, you got to tell the righteous man what you're going through. I really wish that the church would get back to that place where we were open about our faults. We were open about our hang-ups. We told our stories openly and let God get all of the glory. Don't neglect the opportunity to tell others what you're going through and what you're dealing with so that they can pray on your behalf that God helps you with that issue. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Mark chapter 6. Peace.